Welcome to the Friday edition of the Birdies and Bourbon Podcast. You may notice a little something different here.
Oh, are you referring to my shirt? I'm sporting this today for Lefty. This is a Mizzen and Main shirt. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, what I'm referring to is Dan didn't tell me he was already blending liquor. Look at all those bottles, man. No wonder you haven't been putting out any content. Come on, dude. You got to share this stuff with me.
Exactly. No, man, it's been a good day, right? Great day of golf. My gosh. It has been a
great day. I'll tell you what. I've already ordered three pairs. Guess what I've ordered?
The shades.
The shades.
He gotcha.
I got the shades. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker. Hey, you bought the shirt. I got the glasses, man.
Oh, that's way too funny. Yeah. So a good day of golf, man. I mean, I've had a lot of fun.
Before we jump in, so check out our the Speakeasy Bourbon Club release.
Yeah.
On our Basil Hayden 10-year rye.
Oh.
Give it a watch and a listen on YouTube.
Hold that bottle up a little bit longer and hold it still so people can see it, because it's not coming through on the camera very well. Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. Okay.
But yeah, man. Hey, I don't know who put Phil in their lineup, but it's insider information for sure, man. I'm telling you.
Well, with him, would you ever doubt it? I mean, they're never. I mean, come on. We were talking about him on Monday or Tuesday when we did the lineup pod, and we were both like, "Yeah, I'm not putting Phil on my lineup." I mean, he missed the cut at Colonial, didn't he?
I know. Yeah, I thought no way in hell, man, you're going to see anything of Phil. But sure enough, he's. And I was just taking a look here at the two guys that he's playing with. I mean, he's playing with 20-year-olds, and you got Phil out there 50. I mean, that dude has got to be feeling good about himself, man.
Gosh, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, and he was playing. Who was he playing with? What grouping was it? Was it with Rory? I think, or Bryson?
I think he's with Bryson, and he may be with one of the guys that took one of the vacant spots. Mm-hmm. I'll circle back on that. Go ahead. No, it's Bryson, Phil, and Rory.
Yeah, and Rory. That's what I thought.
So he's feeding off of that shit, man. I mean, that dude is. He hadn't hit a fairway yet, but hey, who cares if he bleeds?
Man, let's take a look at some stats from him today. Let's just start with Phil. I mean, mine right now, this is 550 on Friday night, and he is at he's leading
13 under. He's 7 under for the day.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised though, because I was watching off and on today, and there was definitely a lot of trouble out there, and we'll unpack that in a minute. But I think this is where we all know he struggles off the tee box. I mean, that's like Phil. I struggle off the tee box, Mickelson. Okay,
right.
But here's where he's made it up at, man. His biggest improvement of the day was 2.83 strokes gained putting. And so he has got his putter tuned in, which I'm a little, I shouldn't say surprised, because I mean, the whole putting, it's a feel thing, mm-hmm. But JT couldn't make shit today, man. And we'll get to him in a minute, but let's stay with Phil, man. I mean, because he deserves it, man. God. 50 years old, leading the tournament.
Yeah, leading the tournament. I mean, minus 13. He finished for the day. He was minus 7 today. He shot a 63, which is better than yesterday. He shot a 64 yesterday. And today, we pick on him. He actually drove the ball a lot better today at 78% driving accuracy and then 77% greens and regulation. You already hit on 2.82 strokes gained putting. Yesterday, you and I were chatting offline, and we were picking on him a little bit because his driving accuracy yesterday was 57%. I think he hit I forget, it was like 7 or 8 fairways. But his greens and regulation were at 88% yesterday, even with the 57%, which just shows you that he was able to bomb and recover. And he didn't actually putt that well yesterday. It was only 0.88 strokes gained putting yesterday. So again, today he's picking up steam, man. He's picking up steam.
Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
So did they give you an ETA on when your new glasses are going to arrive?
Well, they didn't. It said back order, and it didn't tell me the price either. So I think it's pending. How he finishes for the tournament. So,
gosh.
Hold on. So he's got six birdies yesterday, 8 birdies today, 12 and 9. He had 1 bogey today, so he actually, he should be sitting a point higher than he is. But you got where's he at here? So T2 birdies. T1 bogeys. So not a lot of bogeys on the course today. We got to get into JT in a minute because he must have been a double bogey machine, man.
I feel like you're picking on me. I feel like you're picking on me.
Well, you did have him in your lineup, so just saying.
Yeah.
Driving distance, I mean, he's over 300 yards. Longest drive, 330 and 331. We definitely got to look at Bryson if Phil's smoking at 330. But, hey, so do you think that the pairing that he's in, because Rory's playing extremely well, Bryson's playing good, so do you think that's kind of rubbing off on him today, or do you think it's just he's just kind of hitting it on his own?
I think that as we touched the other earlier in the week, this is, I told you it was a farmer's town. There's a lot of ground out there, and you see it when you watch it in the morning, and when you watch it throughout the day, there's just a lot of ground. So he's able to bomb and recover yesterday. Today he's just putting extremely well. So I think that you combine those together where it's fitting him pretty well. And then and the other thing too, think about this, okay? Who else plays this course really well? And what other course? We said that this course was going to be different than last week, but look at who is actually playing well. We should have picked Phil to win this week because who else plays this well? The other lefty. Bubba plays it well, and they both play well at Augusta. There's some kind of similarity between this course and Augusta.
Let's see. Bubba had a decent day. 2 under, yeah. So nothing. It didn't set the world on fire. It looks like he lost in putting and approach shot. So not shocking, but yeah.
There's something about how it plays. The lefties love it. I don't know if it's just the uneven lies. I've heard that. There's a lot of topography here. So, there's something there for sure.
Yeah. So look at Brendan Steele and Will Gordon.
I am
8 under today, man. Both of those guys. That's pretty impressive to see those guys coming through.
Did you see? Absolutely. Yesterday, Mackenzie Hughes had 5 strokes gained putting yesterday. That'll get it done. He
must have whatever Jordan lost. Whatever Justin lost, he found it for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Will Gordon today has 4 strokes gained putting, so that's what's doing for him today. But yeah, I mean, it seems like you have to be able to putt really well in order to do well here. JT, you want to go there next?
He's in your lineup. Why don't you go there next?
He's in my lineup.
Well, let me rephrase that. He was in your lineup until he. What do they have another fishing trip planned this week?
Gosh, man, I watched them all morning too. It was just brutal. Yeah, so he couldn't putt at all. Like today, I think this is just today. Minus 3 strokes gained putting. Oh my gosh! And then the only one he had was off the tee. He had 1 stroke gained putting, but approach minus 0.59. Tee to green, he had plus 0.01. And then just the total was just terrible. But
I'm actually surprised his off the tee. He's plus because that dude was everywhere today. But every time I looked at the TV, he was hitting out of shit from all kinds of places.
Yeah, he was. Did you see the comment we posted on Twitter? It came from the PGA Twitter or whatnot. Something like, he hits his drive and he goes, "Where are you at now, Bryson?"
I know. Well, I mean, at that point, you might as well have a good time, right? Because he knows he's going home, so make the best of it. And he's not going home. He's going to have to go sit at the hotel in the bubble and wait on the big boys to finish.
Ooh, yeah. Well, Is he playing next week? I probably not let him play next week, right?
I didn't see, but I wouldn't imagine that he did. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
We'll talk about a pick that this is 2 weeks in a row for me. I had Sungjae last week and I had Justin this week, and both of my number one guys from a price perspective didn't make the cut. And I made money last week.
Yeah. Well, so think about this, man. You got Mackenzie Hughes sitting at second. If you're good to move on from JT because he's already moved on, trust me. So you got Mackenzie Hughes 10 under yesterday, comes in at 2 under today. So just kind of wasn't there. I mean, his approach is what killed him. But he didn't make any headway putting. So that was a big one. I do want to talk about this guy because you've mentioned him for the past 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
And I've faded it. I'm like, I'm just not ready. Leishman.
Yeah.
5 under today, 9 under for the tournament, T4.
Yeah.
And he's tee to green is where he's picking up the most strokes there. But I don't know. Maybe Leishman's got something. That may be somebody to look out for. In future tournaments.
He was hitting the ball really well before the break, and it's good to see him come back and get that rust off because, he was playing great. Was it the Honda or was it Arnie? I think it was the Honda they did.
Honda, I believe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was playing great there, and, to see him come back and do this, outstanding. All right, so we got to hit a couple more. Oh, you know what? Hey, let's go ahead and hit the golden child real quick. Oh, my gosh. Where did he come from?
Let me see.
Rory.
Yeah. I'm just trying to reset my score here. I have no idea where he came from. In how he played today. That dude was Well, here's the thing, man. He only shot 2 under today, but it sure looked a hell of a lot better than that.
I know. He's still -9 for the tournament, finished throughout today, and he actually lost 2 strokes approach. His irons were bad, but...
maybe he got that relationship stuff worked out.
Hey, Xander bounced back. Bounced back.
Well, so speaking of, I did want to touch on that for a minute. So he did bounce back. He definitely he struggled. Struggle is a bad word to use. I wouldn't necessarily call it that. He made some putts that kind of helped him. His approach shots were not good. He had a ton of approach shots that just flat out sucked. But he recovered in putting. Tee to green was not good today. Those 2 combinations. So, really, it was around the green and around the green and putting that kind of saved him, that kept him where he's at. But talking about his the other choke artist, I guess that the streak has been broken.
Yeah. Hey, I told you on Monday. I said, hey, Colin, go ahead and just miss the cut, get that pressure off your back. It doesn't do anything for you. It's a great stat, but. That was good for him. He needed to just get that cut streak thing. That's the first cut he's missed since becoming a PGA Tour professional, right? Yeah, I think so. So it's and he was just like that dude was like there was nothing there. So I don't know. I haven't read anything like anything's wrong or anything's happening, but he just wasn't there at all, man. He was just a complete miss all the way around. So. Yeah, if you look at the stats today, it's just, tee to green, he was -3 shots gained. If you look at the approach, -1.47, around the green, -1.13. It's just he was not striking the ball well. And like we talked about with Justin Thomas, it wasn't the putting. It was just that he just wasn't striking the ball that well. And this is the second tournament in a row he hasn't played that well. So, and again, he made the cut last week, but it's concerning. It's concerning. I'm not going to sound the alarm yet, but concerning.
Well, after the loss, right? It's kind of like okay, here we go. So he and Xander, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how Xander holds up through the weekend. And, can he deliver on moving day, and then can he finish out on Sunday? And I'm not even saying, I don't think a win is necessarily the only way he gets a victory. I think it's does he stay in the top 5 through the weekend? I think that's going to be the kind of the key for him because, with Colin, that dude was like, he hit some great shots, but the bad ones really sucked.
I'm going to eat these words, but I'm concerned with both Xander and Rory. I don't like the way the irons are looking. Xander really made up ground today with the putter, but you can't count on that through the rest of the week. I'm concerned. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just guess who you just mentioned him. Bubba Watson looks like he ain't going to make it.
No, don't tell me that. Where's he at? No.
I'm telling you, man. He's cut line. So we talked earlier in the week. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but we were talking about what's the cut line going to be, and I was like, probably 2 or 3.
No, he's going to make it. He'll make it. It's -3, right? Did they move it to -4?
Move it to -4. Well, projected. Oh. So it depends on how we finish, but cut line moved to -4, and I forget who commented on Twitter. I'll get it in a second. But you mentioned last week's last week's record-setting score at Harbortown.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that commented back to us on Twitter said, "Well, if we see that, again, does that mean no fans whatsoever?" So I don't. If you got Twitter, can you pull it up and see who that was that said that?
Sure. Yeah.
So, well, let me tell you, there will be no fans for the rest of the year. That's that's going to have. There's not going to be. There won't be any fans, and it's not going to be due to them setting the record, but potentially with the cut going to 4 under. Do we see another record here? I have to check out what the course record is.
Yeah.
At River Highlands.
You might. I'm trying to pull this up on Twitter for you. I don't know if we're going to see a course record or not. It was, I think it was it Anthony?
Oh, no. Hey, okay. So I don't know how I didn't remember this. Yeah. So the course record, it was Jim Furyk in 2016, and he shot a 58. So we're not going to see a course record. Not going to happen. No. Not going to happen.
Well, no, I don't know the course record, but the tournament record, right? So where they finished. Yeah.
Well, no, but it's the same thing. I mean, it's the course record, tournament record, same deal. So, but yeah,
we saw a 60 yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Which again kind of goes to show, right? So you got Jim Furyk, which is definitely not. He's never been the longest hitter on tour, and he sets the course record in 2016. Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, let's do like a couple more. Then we gotta call it quits. We're approaching near the 20-minute mark, and
half an hour.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we can upload all this to YouTube. We're new to this, guy, so give us a break if we see anything that's calling you out. But I guess who else jumps out at you as
DeChambeau playing well once again, man. I tell you what Bison's got tied in, and yes, we did say Bison. I mean, that guy is. I wouldn't say that he's not coming out with. With world record performances, but that dude has got consistency in his game, and he has got it wrapped up. I mean, that's all I can say, man. Like round after round after round. So all it's going to take is for him just to get on a hot streak, and he's going to get the W. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Zach Johnson, look at Zach Johnson making. I mean, that dude's been in the tank. Comes out and shoots 600 today for a T9. So again, he's half off the leader, but I mean, still, good showing for him.
Yeah.
Who you got plus or minus?
Not shockingly, Answer's doing great again this week. Hovland, your boy, you picked him. He's at -8 this tournament. He's had 2 good tournaments in a row, which is great. If he plays next week, I'm picking him. Let's see. So Louis is actually hitting the ball pretty good, So we haven't seen this. This is the first time we've seen him since the break, right? So
yeah.
I think so.
Sergio Garcia came in. He was even today. Somebody must have roughed him up in the locker room. Pipe down there, big guy.
Oh man, yeah.
Luke Donald, man, he showed up at 5 under today. I mean, he's 1 under yesterday, shot 5 under today. So putting once again, he was +2 on putting.
Yeah.
And that guy, we hadn't seen much of him. Your boy Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, that was he was a putting machine today. So
is he going to make the cut?
Well, he's at 4 under. So yes.
Okay.
He's in. Okay. So he's at cut line's 4. So, but yeah, he's 4.5 strokes on putting. So how can you argue with that, man?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what we got coming up next on the podcast? I guess we're going to come back to them on Sunday night with the little YouTube, probably.
Yeah, we'll drop a tube, and probably definitely we'll be sipping on something. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go cocktail for Sunday.
Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, well, maybe you can make it in front of us.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, get all your ingredients and do that. Be good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I'll chat with you probably tomorrow as we head into Sunday. Maybe we'll do another DraftKings for Sunday, make it a little fun or whatnot. But yeah, the course is playing great. I mean, it was tough this morning. Those guys, I thought they were going to come out and actually start making some ground up, but they didn't do that at all this morning. I was really surprised. I thought JT was going to have a good day. No way.
Yeah, so did I.
And Spieth, where does Spieth end up?
I don't think it was very positive. Let's see. Spieth is Well, so he may make the cut. He's going to make the cut. Yeah, he's 4 under. So he makes it. Snedeker, I don't, COVID, not COVID. Somebody in the family had COVID. I have no idea, but he was -4. Hey, Vijay Singh, +3 for the tournament. Corn Fairies calling. Let's see.
All right, we gotta go.
Hey, good tournament all the way around. You got Phil coming out leading. Phil shot a 63. Wasn't the low round of the day, but it was good enough to get him in first place coming in. That dude is going to be stoked going into moving day.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Cheers.
Cheers.